What's good, people? Welcome back to Love, Sex, and Society with Bridget, Angie, and Don. Yo, stay through to the end. I promise you, you are going to enjoy this entire damn show. A little bit of housekeeping. If this is your first time joining the show, please hit that like, subscribe, notification, and please share it. Our shares are definitely coming up, so I appreciate everybody who's been sharing the show. So please do us a favor, share it with your friends. They'll probably get something. Whoa, not the glasses. They'll probably get something out of this as well. So
Listen, I don't have the ring light. I
share
can
with your
finally
friends.
wear mine and see y'all through the whole show today. See y'all. Hey, eat
Dude.
dog lit.
Bridge, and start us off.
So tonight my topic is gonna be anxiety. I feel like anxiety is something that a lot of people go through. So I feel like maybe tonight we can talk about if any of y'all I definitely have experienced anxiety. But if you have experienced anxiety, like what is your experience? What do you feel like are ways that can help people that have anxiety to deal with it? Um, yeah. What calms you down when your anxiety is high?
So I've, I've I've never had an actual anxiety attack. Um, However, I've watched people go through it, and I had no clue what to do to bring them back down.
Mm-hmm.
Um, because it comes on so quickly. Like it's not something that's gradual. It's usually like 0 to 100,
Right.
and they go through it so quickly. And I've watched it, and I'm like, I don't know what to do to bring you back down. I've tried, what I'm saying, embracing people, you know what I'm saying, but I don't know what I really don't know, and I really because it's so rampant right now. I wish I did know. You know what I'm saying, exactly what needs to be done to bring somebody out of an anxiety attack.
Yeah. Um, you want me to talk about my experience, Angie, first, or you
Yeah.
want? So,
Yeah, you can go ahead.
um,
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
okay. Um, so I had my first anxiety attack when I was 10. It was my birthday party, and literally, like, as I'm about to blow out my candles, I had an anxiety attack. It felt like an outer body experience. Crazy enough, my mom, even back then, she knew exactly what to do. So she like pulled me away, put me in front of a fan, like is talking to me, like trying to calm me down or whatever. And then like throughout my life, I would randomly have them. It would just be random times. Like I would have them in school, and I would like freak out and go into the bathroom and I wouldn't know what to do because like I feel like with anxiety and then when you have like anxiety attacks, I feel like sometimes you have like a safe person and my mom was
Mm.
my safe person. But it's like if you're somewhere where she's not in that moment, you're not, it kind of feels like everything around you is not real. Um, you know, it feels crazy, and then even as an adult, I've had one time in a car, and it's crazy because at that moment it wasn't nothing that necessarily triggered it. It just comes.
Mm.
It's
And even
happening.
then, I'm not gonna lie. At that point in time, when I started having them as an adult, part of me, I'm not gonna say I like. Part of me felt a little suicidal just because I didn't like the feeling of randomly having anxiety attacks. And then it's the fact that you can't control when it comes. So part of me like I'm just so tired of this. I'm tired of like when it's just randomly happens to me. But one thing I can say, because I feel like what I have seen was like a lot of people experience anxiety in adulthood where I've experienced it my entire life since a child. um so I feel like adults that experience it in adulthood, they don't really, it's like they're understanding something for the first time, you know. where it's like something like anxiety, I've learned how to deal with it in certain ways. I think some of the biggest things with anxiety is like basically your stress level. You know, like if you are under an extreme amount of stress, that's gonna cause anxiety. Um, and then I feel like the things that can help overcome certain anxiety, because there are different types of anxieties, but I feel like some people have like social anxiety and things like that. I feel like you have to do the things that you're scared to do. So I used to be scared to like go out in big crowds or go out by myself, and so I basically challenged myself to do those things. Like I'll go out to eat by myself, go sit at a bar by myself, just so that basically I'm overcoming that fear that's in the back of my mind. you know
Mhm.
um and basically I don't know, like I feel like, so like if you have anxiety when it comes to something specific, you have to like challenge yourself to be like, okay, I know this gives me anxiety, I know this makes me nervous, I know this makes me scared, but maybe I need to do it. Now I'm not talking about like if you're scared of heights, I'm not telling you jump off a cliff, because I'm not doing that. Like, I'm not doing that shit. But I'm talking about like things that a normal person should be able to do that is a challenge in your mind. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Like I just had a client who had an anxiety attack, and it was really off of those little lantern bug things. And she has a
Mm.
phobia, like, it's a phobia, but she ended up having an anxiety attack. And it's just like, I get it, because I kind of have a bug phobia. Like I don't like rodents or nothing like that. But also like them things really ain't hurting you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like if it fly on you, like, now I'm gonna just get it off me. Like, no, I don't like it on me. But is it really gonna kill me? No, it's not gonna kill me. You know?
Right.
But when someone has a phobia or fear or stuff like that in their mind, it's not as easy as everyone else thinks it is. You know what I'm saying? To
Yeah.
overcome it. So it's like some people look at it like, what? You scared of these little lantern flies? Like they not doing nothing. But in their mind, it's something that is hard for them to overcome. It's a mental block,
Mm-hmm.
you know. Um, and my 13-year-old niece, she's my little Virgo baby. She has bad anxiety, and I was talking to her the other day, and she was like, well, auntie, I don't understand, because like she basically was like nervous because she's starting school and some classes she don't got friends in. And I'm like, okay, well, this gonna prepare you in life when you go get certain jobs, your friends not gonna come with you. And
Right.
it was like building her anxiety. And basically I'm saying all of this to say she be like, sometimes I like being alone, but other times I don't like being alone. And I'm like, that's because when you're alone, when you like being alone, it's in your safe space. Like, so a lot
Right.
of people with anxiety, like their homes is their safe space, because
Mm-hmm.
it's like that barrier, like, oh no, nothing that I'm scared of can come into this safe space. But once you go out into the world, you don't feel that safe space anymore. So you're most likely want to cling to people to feel, especially if there are people that's close to you, to feel safe again. You know what I'm saying? Or
Yeah.
safe while you're out. So yeah, that's just my little story on anxiety. Angie, you wanna tell yours? Okay.
Also feel like I've always had anxiety, even as a kid. I feel like my anxiety came more around like authority figures,
Hmm.
because
Mm.
I
Okay.
was always scared of getting in trouble, even though I was never doing nothing.
Yeah.
I never did anything as a kid. Never did anything as a kid. But I was just always afraid of getting in trouble,
Hmm.
and always afraid of like embarrassing my peoples, because my grandmother worked at the school that I went to.
Mm.
So,
Okay.
always,
Okay.
just, making sure that, people aren't talking about me, because if they're talking about me, then they're talking about her. Or, you know, if I get in trouble, it ain't nothing but for them to walk downstairs and go tell my grandmother. Now I'm, in trouble right then and there, shit like that. So
Yeah.
I've always had a lot of anxiety around authority figures. And I think the way that I coped with that was like honestly low key being like a teacher's pet, always staying close to the teacher because I know that, I'm not going to get in trouble for nothing because,
Yeah.
you know, I'm her favorite. So, she's not going to get, she's not going to get angry with me about anything.
Yeah.
And I feel like that led to a lot of people pleasing over the years, making sure that I'm, pleasing everyone so that no one's mad at me. Everyone just making sure that I'm always well liked.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's still something that I deal with even at 32.
Yeah.
I feel like my anxiety got a lot worse in my 20s when I got into my first
Don, do you hear her? Hold on, Angie. I think there's something wrong with your mic.
with mine. Can you hear me now?
No.
I'm gonna have to hop on mine.
Don, I can't hear you. Mm-mm. What's going on?
That's me. That was me.
Okay.
Never mind. I was inhaling on the hookah. I ain't wanted to be in the mic.
Okay.
So one thing I have noticed is there are people who use anxiety as just like they use the words anxiety like a crutch. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, okay, you know what I'm saying? I'm having an anxiety attack, and they're not really having an anxiety attack.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, Andy, talk.
Am I back?
Yeah.
You're back. Yes, you're
You hear
back.
me?
Yes.
Why is this thing? I don't like that.
So I've seen where people have misused the word. Um, there's like so many words that irritate me when people misuse, like anxiety. Oh, you triggered me. Nah, I just pissed you off. Like I ain't
Yeah.
triggered you. You're just pissed off. Like
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like get the shit
No.
together.
Yeah. I feel like people who have anxiety, like, don't get me wrong, I feel like people who have anxiety, they do have certain things, specific things, or certain people that trigger them.
Yeah.
But I do feel like some people misuse that. I feel like even with an anxiety attack, I feel like you would know if someone is having anxiety attack because they're if you know them, they're not going to be acting their normal selves. Like my client that had an anxiety attack recently, she literally was like crying, shaking, like like I had to literally sit her down, and she's an older woman. She's just experiencing this in adulthood.
Yeah.
And I also think she like, you don't understand. You don't understand. I'm like, I do understand. I'm like, I'm not invalidating what you're going through right now. I was like, I get it. And I talked to her about me having anxiety. And I think just that alone, the fact that we could relate when it came to that, it helped calm her down. And I even went to because the bugs was all around the building. I said, I will go get my broom and go sweep them bugs up so that when you leave, I was like, I can go move your car closer to the door. And I did. Like, and that's why with people who I know who have anxiety, because I experienced it my whole life, I don't mind going out my way to help them feel more
Mm-hmm.
comfortable. Like I had a homegirl that she didn't start driving until we were adults. And so she don't feel comfortable driving on the highway. So if we go out, I can drive. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Until on her own time. And that's another thing. You can't force no one into
Yeah.
being ready for them to
Yeah.
get over their fear, of whatever it is. But until they're ready, you know what I'm saying, on their own. But just being a support system to the ones that have anxiety, because it's a real thing, and like I said, like I felt suicidal at a point in time just because I was so tired of experiencing the anxiety attacks, because
Mhm.
I'm like, it makes me have an outer body experience and make me feel like nothing around me is real, you know, and I'm like, the fact that it could just come at any moment is the most scariest thing, you know. And to have it your whole life is just like, it just make you sometimes not want to be there, you know. So I do feel like it's something that people should take serious, especially when I feel like a lot of adults are starting to experience it. You know what I'm saying? Like, because it's new to them and it's scary, you know, especially if they've never experienced it their entire lives.
Let me ask you
Angie,
this.
go ahead.
Let me ask you this. Do you think that people who experience it in adulthood have always had it, but they've always had that safe space around them? And now that they're in adulthood, they're putting themselves in situations that are outside of that safe space because you have to when you become an adult.
From what I know, it's a lot of things that can trigger anxiety. You could be, as an adult, you can be on certain medications that all of a sudden trigger anxiety that you never had.
Mm,
Caffeine,
okay.
like I can't really like figure out where my anxiety stemmed from as a child, but it's one of two things. I had surgery when I was 10 years old, right before I was 10 years old, right? So it's either the fact that I was like under anesthesia, or one thing I did do as a child, I used to drink full cups of coffee because my mother is a coffee addict.
Oh
So she
shit.
would be like, "Oh, Bridget, go make me a cup of coffee," and she don't even know I'm making myself a cup of coffee. I'm loading hella sugar in that bitch, you know. And I feel like even though my mom never experienced anxiety, it's crazy because even back then, I feel like my mother knew exactly what it was. She, number one, she knew I was having an anxiety attack when I had it. Immediately, she was like, "You're not drinking no more coffee," you know. So definitely caffeine can trigger your anxiety to be worse. Definitely medications can trigger your anxiety as an adult. If you're under crazy amount of stress as an adult, because as an adult, you're experiencing times where, you know, like bills and money might be tight, or you not knowing how you gonna pay for this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? So your stress levels is at an all-time high because you're like, my lights might get turned out. You know what I'm saying? Some real stuff
Yeah.
that as a child you're not dealing with, you know?
Yeah.
And like just your you know, like your stress levels period as an, you know, so it's like stress levels, medication, caffeine, you know, what else was I gonna say? Oh, trauma. Like if you ever
Yeah.
experience any type of trauma, that is gonna cause you to start having anxiety, you know. So if you had some bad relationship that might have not been physically abusive but mentally or verbally abusive, that can trigger anxiety, you know, and like a PTSD type of thing, you know. So I don't necessarily feel like adults that get it in adulthood always had it. I feel like it's just certain things trigger
That
it,
kind of
you know. I
triggered
feel
it.
like mental health is at an all-time high right now, you know. It's at a, and I feel like a lot of people do have anxiety, but it's based on stress, you know. But oh, I did want to say this. I did want to say this because this is what I was talking to my niece about the other day, because she was like, well, how do I manage my stress? She right now in her life, she don't want to go to therapy, even though she needs to go to therapy. But I
Mhm.
would definitely say therapy. But I also told her to practice like gratitude. Like instead of waking up looking at everything like a issue and a problem, because she's one of those kids, like she just stresses about everything. Like to me, it's like it's horrible because I'm like, this girl is like, you know, she gonna kill herself the way that she's stressed at 13 years old. But I'm telling her, I'm like, wake up and be grateful that God gave you another day. I said, because believe it or not, it's so many people that wake up that don't wake up every day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm like, be grateful that your mom is here, your sister, your brother, your aunties, your grandmother, you know, be grateful for that. Be grateful that you got a house to live in, you know? Because I told her
Yeah.
growing up, we didn't have a stable house at certain periods in our life. So at least you don't got to sit here and be like, I'm waking up in a truck or I'm waking up on somebody's couch, you know? So I'm basically teaching her to have gratitude and be grateful for things instead of, you know, her sister gets on her nerves. I said, do you know how many people wish that they had a sister? A sister is like, you know, Angie, a best friend for life.
Yeah.
At her age, she want to complain like she does this. She wants to be like me. Like, girl, at least you got a sister that y'all can switch clothes when y'all want to. Like, when all your friends bail on you, you always got your sister. You know, I say you looking at it in as a bad thing, but it's really a blessing. You know how many people wish that they had a sister. You know,
Yeah.
so I think that's the thing with anxiety too, that people should, instead of just like overthinking about all the bad things that can happen and that's happening, just be grateful for the good things and the things that you do have, you know. And I feel like that would help people's stress level and, you know, having faith too, you know. But yeah.
Now, there's one thing that Angie said, um, that kind of, I don't know, sparked an emotional response when she was like, she became a people pleaser,
Mm-hmm.
to control her anxiety. And the
Yeah.
crazy thing is, when I was younger, I was a super people pleaser. Like, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Everything that I did it in the framework of, is this going to make somebody else happy? Is this going to make such and such
Yeah.
happy?
Yeah.
And it kept me out of trouble, Ange. You know what I'm saying? Like that really kept me out of trouble. But it caused me to put my life on hold just to make sure that I'm making everybody else happy.
Yeah.
Um, and when I finally, I don't know, probably good or bad, when I finally was like, yo, fuck it, I don't care if nobody else is happy with, no saying what I do, I started getting in more trouble. You know what I'm saying? There was there was no guardrails on my behavior at that point. You know what I'm saying? So I get what you're saying about being a people pleaser. Like, you know what I'm saying? When when you get ready to do something and the first thing that comes to your mind is this gonna make them happy? Are they gonna be mad at me if I do this? You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
So
Yeah.
like when you said that, I was just like, yo, like that shit just took me straight back to my childhood. Like, damn, you know what I'm saying? I used to sit in class and I did nothing that I wanted to do because I wanted to make everybody in authority happy.
Yeah.
You know what
I
I'm
feel like
saying?
a lot of people who have anxiety are people pleasers, and if you go to therapy, you know that's the main thing. And I'm pretty sure your therapist says the same thing: is that you need to practice boundaries. You know, but that's part of the reason why it's like your anxiety be high, because you feel like you gotta please people, and if you don't, you know. But also the fact that you agreeing to do stuff for people that you don't even want to do is giving you anxiety. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
if I was like, Angie, can you do this, that, and the third for me? But you know you've been working all day, you're exhausted, and you be like, yeah, Bridget, just because you're people pleasing. Instead of being
Mm-hmm.
like, no, Bridget, I worked all day. I'm sorry, but I cannot. Like, you know what I'm saying? And doing what's best for you. Sometimes you agree to things that you don't want to do, and then you beat yourself up mentally because you like, damn, I don't want to do it, but I done already agreed to it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
um but I
Mm-hmm.
definitely feel like with anxiety, you have to practice boundaries, you know. um and I feel like breathing exercises, to me, I ain't gonna say weed, whatever works for everybody else, but I ain't gonna lie, I think like this one health coach of mine, she taught me about like breathing exercises. And to me, that's the perfect way. If you have anxiety to the point where you can't get thoughts out of your mind, that is like the perfect way to clear your mind. You know, if it's hard for you to let things
Mm.
go mentally.
Mm-hmm. What
So
was I talking about, y'all?
I don't know, but I wanted to ask you, like, do you ever feel like triggered? Like, what are some things that trigger your anxiety? Like, is it certain things or people that trigger your anxiety?
Being overwhelmed really triggers my anxiety.
Mm-hmm.
Being overwhelmed
Mhm.
is the most thing that triggers my anxiety all the time. I feel overwhelmed a lot.
Yeah.
So I have anxiety all the time. Like I have anxiety all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I have anxiety from the time that I open my eyes to the time that I close them at night.
Yeah.
I take 40 milligrams of Lexapro a day. I don't know if it's working or not. I don't know. I'm on a mood stabilizer. I don't know if that works or not. I don't fucking know. Um,
So let me ask you this, Ange, right? What, and I ain't gonna dive too deep into your life, all right? Because you know I love you. I ain't putting your shit on this damn um, podcast. But what overwhelms you the most? You know what I'm
Work,
saying? Like, what's it? Work? Okay,
work.
okay. Well, you gotta make that money,
Just
but I get it.
because, you know, because I also have ADHD. So, making sure that I stay focused overwhelms me a lot
Mm.
because I get unfocused a lot. I get very, very easily distracted. Um,
Do
just making sure that I stay on top of my workload,
do you feel anxiety when people put expectation on you?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Mm.
Absolutely. Just,
Mm.
making sure that I live up to those expectations, making sure that I live up to my own expectations. Um,
Yeah.
just like even today, I cried the entire ride home.
Mm.
Yeah.
Damn.
I cried the entire ride home because I had so much fucking anxiety. When I say I sit at a desk all day,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
I sit at a desk all day. I got off work, I smelled like I had been outside all day.
Yeah.
Why? Because I was sweating bullets
Yeah.
all
Mm.
day long, bro. Like, just. And, at this point, breathing exercises don't work for me anymore.
Mm. Damn.
Like, just, I don't know if y'all noticed, but I sit here and like chew the side of my mouth the whole time. That's a stem. Just
Like
anxiety is not easy.
I think
Yeah.
that and because we don't, and I know, luckily, I'm on the show with two individuals who know the power of therapy and know saying why you should go to therapy, but because other people don't see the power in therapy,
Mhm.
they don't really know what they're going through, so they can't really help the people closest to them go through their things. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying? They got so much shit on their shoulders that when somebody else is going through it, they can't, you know what I'm saying, speak to them or kind of help them through it.
I
Um,
mean, I feel like I definitely can because it's like I like me, I'm a hairstylist. So it's like sometimes, yeah, people come to get their hair done, but they really coming there to vent because they're going through it. So it don't matter what I'm going through in my life. Like even when the lady was having the anxiety attack the other day, like when I say my stress levels was crazy, like I was crying and all types of stuff, but I had to literally be like, no, like she's going through it right now. Like Angie's going through it. And I
yeah,
clearly see your stress level is high, Angie, and I love you. Maybe we can talk like later. Um, but I think Angie, you need to make sure like you taking care of you and everybody else don't matter.
absolutely,
You know,
absolutely.
not us, not Brandon, not your job. You know what I'm saying? Not your family. If you need to take time for yourself, you have to practice wellness and self-care and take mental health days, mental health breaks from every single thing. Okay? I love you, Angie.
Yo, like I know this is not the direction that we thought the show was gonna go, but yo, I don't mind us getting naked, you know what I'm saying, for the people. Like we all go through our shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? If you don't have that support system there with you, you know what I'm saying? Like if you don't have that support system, um, you're kind of going through that in a bubble.
Right. Right.
And
Absolutely.
and and that is the absolute worst feeling in the world when you feel like there's nobody around you, but everybody's around you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you're going through this and you're looking to people to lean on.
Yeah.
And everybody wants to be around you, but nobody wants to be available for you to lean on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel like because I've dealt my family always known that like I've had anxiety attacks and I struggle with my anxiety. So it's like, I'm not gonna lie. Like I probably feel like a burden to them because it's like I'm the one person in my family. Not to say that they don't have anxiety, but theirs is never on the level of mine. So it's like I do have that support system. So that's why like when I know people struggle with it, like I want to be that for them too, especially
Me too.
You don't have people around you that understand what you're going through. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like even my client the other day, like she's older and she's not in therapy, and I sent her the little link to find a therapist. You know, I sent her some breathing exercise, and I get it that don't work for some people. You know, some people might have to go a holistic route. You know, me personally, even though I've always had anxiety since a kid, one thing I've never done was the medication. Not saying that it don't work for people, but because I've seen people on medication and make their mental health 10 times worse. So that's why I've always chose not to do it. My doctors agree with me. Now, if I ever get to a point where my anxiety is so bad or I'm feeling on edge, like I want to unalive myself, they're like, you need to call us. You know what I'm saying? Therapist.
Yeah.
But me personally, I feel like even though I still struggle with my anxiety, I feel like I was able to manage it without medication, you know, but you do need that support system, you know, and the support system has to understand what you're going through because sometimes it be the people closest to you that don't even realize they putting you under all of this stress, you know, and causing it to be worse, you know, and like, you know, you okay?
So I'm
back.
It's okay, girl. Girl, trust me.
That's okay. That's okay.
Hold back.
Yo. So I had a
situation.
Yeah, we cried.
Tapping.
So I had a situation the other night, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, mind you, I've been doing this show for I think about 3 or 4 years now. We've all been doing this show together for at least the last full year.
Mm-hmm.
So a friend of mine that I've known probably since she was young, because I'm older than she is. I've known her for a long time. And she hit me up on, I want to say TikTok. And she was like, oh wow, you know what I'm saying? Like you have a show that addresses relationships. And I was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like I've had a show that addresses relationships like for a while. And she was like, you know what I'm saying? And she started asking me, so she has a situation where she's been in a relationship off and on for, I want to say about 3 or 4 years or whatever.
Okay.
And she pressed him, you know what I'm saying, about a year in, you know what I'm saying, about the whole marriage thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, nah, you know what I'm saying, I ain't getting married or whatever. That's not my thing. I don't want to get married. So then her thing was, okay, so if that's not what you want, then why are we still doing it? Like we need to stop doing this. So now he's playing the back and forth tug of war thing where he'll leave, then he'll come back. She'll take him back. He'll leave again because shit ain't changed.
Yeah.
He'll come back and she'll take, and she was like, how do I get him to leave permanently? And I'm like, yo.
To leave permanently?
So, yeah, like she was like,
I mean,
you know, because
like if a man gonna keep coming back, then it's not up to him to leave. It's for you to leave and not allow him to come back. Men. I mean, look, men gonna come back as much as you allow.
As much as you let them.
Right.
Take it from a man.
He gonna be like,
for sure.
All right.
You know,
for sure.
It's
Take
really
it from
up
a man.
to the woman. It's really up to the woman to stand on business. Because if you're still answering that phone, they're gonna always call.
Yes.
They're not.
I agree. And that's just. It's so good to hear that coming from a woman's side because that's exactly the same thing I said. Like, a man is gonna keep coming back because as long as he feels like his swag can get you back, he gonna keep doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, he gonna keep doing it. And he's gonna keep doing that shit over and over again.
I tell women that I know, they be like, he always treat me like shit, but he always coming back because you allow him to come back.
Right.
Because you allow him. He would have no access to you if you denied access across the board.
Yep.
None.
Yeah.
That's embarrassing.
You know?
He treat me like shit, but he always come back. Girl, don't brag about that, girl.
I feel like us women, I'm not gonna act like I ain't never been fucking delusional or no shit like that.
Oh, absolutely.
We women think like, oh, because he come back, see, he love, like, girl, no, he don't love you. He just love that he can always have access to you.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
know what I'm saying? I'm not saying he don't love you, you know, but it's like a guy is gonna come back as long as you allow him to. It's really not up for the man to walk away unless that's what he wants to do. But really, like, if a man done wronged you and then you walk away and then he, you know, you come back or you allow him to come back, in his eyes, that's the game that he think he can play with you. You know.
Let me tell you, I played that game. There was one. I want to call her a chick, but there's one lady I used to deal with, young lady, and I kept doing that. I'd walk away because I didn't really want to be with her. I just wanted access. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to be with her. Mm-hmm. I just wanted to be able to say, you know what? If I don't have nobody else that I can reach out to, I can always go to this one.
Selfish.
Really selfish. But let me tell you, when that one day when she was like, nah. And I was like, what do you mean, nah? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm here. And she was like, nah, because, you know what I'm saying, you keep playing this game with me. And I didn't realize how emotionally draining I was on her. So
can we speak to men?
So when that one day when she said no and she meant it, like she stood on that shit, it wasn't a nah, maybe not today. It was a hard no. We're not doing this shit no more. You know what I'm saying? You can't keep coming back. And the one thing that I will tell all women that men don't like to admit to, the male ego is fragile as fuck. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Hearing that fucking no, hearing her say, no, you can't keep coming by my house. You know what I'm saying? You can't just come by whenever you feel like you want to smash. And meant that shit, like slammed the door in my face. And I'm standing there like, yo, she can't be serious. Like, you know what I'm saying?
But the thing is, right? I just feel like, all right, I'm gonna go into a moment.
Go on your soapbox, girl.
Get on it. Get on that box.
We had like a mic emoji that we could pop up and put in front of her.
Bitch, stop playing with me. It's just like, you know, I was thinking, like, how fucking evil. And I'm not gonna say it's just men because I know it's women out there too. We fucking speak about men right now. How fucking evil. Y'all are fucking evil. Like, one thing I just still cannot process is how men can really sit there and play with women's emotions. Like, y'all have no fucking heart. Like, that shit is like, it just don't make sense. And I'm gonna say the women who do that shit too, the men. But I just don't see, like, do men ever just sit with themselves and be like, damn, like, I really sat there and played with this woman's emotions and her feelings and hurt her. And do men ever just be like, damn, that's fucked up of me? Or like, do y'all feel bad for even doing that shit to women? And like, why do y'all feel like that is some shit? Like, I just can't wrap my head around it. While men be like, oh, like, I like this woman, but let me play with her. Like,
so it's not
gain, I get it. But do y'all ever feel fucking bad? Like, do y'all ever like, damn, y'all fucked up. I'm a fucked up ass individual for treating somebody like the way I would never want to be treated.
So yeah, some guys do come to the realization that, you know what I'm saying, yeah, that's some fucked up shit, and they do feel bad. But during the time or in the midst of it, what a lot of guys don't realize, it's their own emotional deficit that puts them in that position. Like, you know what I'm saying? They're not addressing their emotional deficit, so they're putting that on someone else. So I guess to say it this way, when a man has an emotional deficit, if I can make somebody else feel worse than I feel, then I feel better.
That's
If that
evil.
makes any sense.
That
No,
is
it is, it's really evil. No, it's
That's
bad
evil.
shit. You know what I'm saying? It's bad shit. Like, really. You know
Yo,
what I'm
good
saying?
people do
But it's not
go
intentional.
around. Good
It's
people
not
do not.
intentional though.
Good people do not go around purposely trying to hurt people. That is evil.
Yeah.
That is
It is.
psychologically insane.
But it's not
For men to not
always
even have a fucking heart, to not even give a fuck that y'all be going around like, oh, I'm gonna fuck with her, even though I don't like her. I don't have no real intentions with her. I'm gonna play with her, act like I do to get what I want, or just when I don't have these bitches on the side, I can have her to entertain me for my own selfishness, and that shit don't bother your spirit at all. You're the devil.
at the time it doesn't. You know what I'm saying? Because, well, first of all,
But
for
like,
me,
why?
That's
so
evil as fuck.
Like, why?
That is some evil.
It is. It is.
Like, if that was happening to you, that's and I mean, like, I totally understand where Bridget is coming from, because I don't understand, like if you don't really like a girl, and if you don't really want to be with her and pursue her, then what's the point?
It's
To
because
stroke that fucking weak ass fucking ego that you got.
yeah.
And that's selfish though. And I just don't understand how men can really go to sleep at night, or even know when you leave this earth that you done sat there and hurt how many fucking women. Like, why is that okay?
It's
That's
not
crazy.
So if
Y'all need to teach y'all sons better.
Yeah,
some guys
like,
grow up better, and when some guys grow up and they're like, you know, saying this is not what I want to do, this is not how I want to be. But in the midst of that growing up phase, how many women's hearts have you left in the wake? You know what I'm saying? Like, how many women's hearts, you know what I'm saying, have you left a trail of behind you? Because a lot of times a woman just wants to be loved. So, and when she's sitting there going, you know what I'm saying, I just want to be loved, however he chooses to show her love, she accepts that. You know what I'm saying? Now, that's not a good thing.
No, we're not about to flip that.
I'm not about to flip it. I'm not about to flip it, because it's still on the man, because he's still opting to do. You know what I'm saying? Like Angie said, you know what I'm saying, he's still opting to be.
Because men are coming to women with false. You're putting up a whole mask. Yeah. Like, let's be real. It's like one thing if you sitting here like straight dogging a woman out from day one, like you dogging her ass out. But it's like y'all will put on a whole facade, like, oh my God, you're gonna be my wife one day. You're this, you're that, you're my whole world. Like, I want to have a child with you. Like, and all of that shit was a front. Just to play with her mind, her body, her emotion, her heart. Like, you're going straight to hell.
They're not doing it for that purpose. I've been saved, y'all. I'm a better man. I've been house trained, all that good shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm a better man now. But they're not doing it for that purpose. As a matter of fact, a lot of them don't realize that they have that emotional deficit that they're trying to make up for. They don't realize it. You know what I'm saying? They're not doing it consciously, like, oh, I just want to hurt this chick, you know what I'm saying, just for the sake of hurting a woman. A lot of them do it. It's true though, Bridge.
Why you got fucking 13-year-old, 14-year-old boys that be in more committed relationships than grown ass fucking men.
True.
Fuck out of here.
True. But the guys are not doing it.
I don't. You know what it really is? It's the fact that y'all get y'all fucking heart broke one time in y'all life by a grimy ass little hoe ass bitch that y'all love.
Now all of a sudden, I got a dog.
And all of a sudden, every bitch gonna suffer.
Oh my God.
No. And that's why, like, I talked to my nephew and my godson. My godson, He's 15. He asked me, he was like, Auntie, why are you not married yet? And I'm like, man, these men out here is trash. And he like, define trash. And so I had to break it down to him. And I'm like, I had to explain to him, just like I explained to my 13-year-old nephew. I'm like, look, at y'all age, y'all might run across a girl that might break your heart. I said, but even then, every girl is not that girl. And you don't treat no girl any way that you wouldn't want to be treated yourself. You know, I'm like, I'm trying to explain to them, like, you don't have to sit here and I teach them it's okay to be in tune with their emotions and stuff like that. But it's like, yo, going that this shit makes no sense because why? Because the person who is really meant for you, you might really push them out your life.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like going around operating like that to me is just like pure fucking evil. Like it makes no sense. Like I feel like that's a lesson that you're taught from a young age to treat people how you want to be treated, you know. But it's like, no, I'm gonna go around and treat good ass women like fucking like shit, and I'm gonna play with them and I'm gonna hurt them intentionally. It's intentional because you're fucking grown. Y'all be intentional when you go to work. You intentionally trying to holler at a bitch, but you gonna say you ain't intentionally mean to hurt her fucking feelings and break her heart? Fuck out of here. That's an excuse.
I ain't got my damn glasses on.
Exactly. She said,
What's
at
the
the
name?
end of the day, why are you out here acting like the niggas you would hate your daughters to be with? And that's another thing.
Absolutely.
Let me explain it too, because we talked about karma, but little do a lot of men know the same dirt that you do to women is going to happen to your daughters, and it's a fact.
Mm-hmm.
So when I had my daughter, well, I didn't have her, but when my daughter came on, because my daughter's my oldest, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That changed my mindset, especially as she started getting older and she started dating. It changed my mindset. Now, does it fix what I did in the past? No. All I can do is make an amends. And the one good thing that I can definitely say is every woman, probably with the exception of maybe 3, every woman I've ever dealt with, I still have some type of friendship with. You know what I'm saying? So I've been able to go back and apologize and say, you know what I'm saying, yo, I'm sorry for what I did. And for whatever reason it is, I give that, but I own up to it. But that took years of growing up, years of wanting to make sure that saying my daughter's not treated the same way.
Right. And I can respect that, Don. I respect any man that can take accountability when they do fuck up. You know, I can. Those are men that I can respect. Cause ain't nobody perfect. You know what I'm saying? But I personally still to this day, I just can't wrap my head around why men operate like that. You know, it's a fucked up ass way of thinking. You know, like I said, like a lot of men, and it's so crazy because a lot of men, they've seen their mothers go through shit like that. So then it's like you do the same shit that you seen done to the woman that you love to death that brought you into this world. You like niggas would die behind their mother. Somebody ever play with their mother? So why you gonna go play with somebody else's daughter? You know what I'm saying? Or somebody else's mother. You know, like that's just not right.
It's not.
Okay. So I'm just very passionate about this.
I know, and I feel the passion. I feel that the passion is radiating off the screen. You know what I'm saying?
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Another thing is though, too, somebody else I know, it's a client of mine, I'm not gonna say their name, but they're in a relationship and they was like, yo, I just be feeling so tempted, like, cause women just be looking so good. And I'm like, but they're not your women though. They're not your woman. Like, your woman is mad ambitious. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, your woman see the potential in you. She speak life into you. You know, like, half these women that you see that you be like, you feel so tempted and it's like they look so good. They could never, ever be your woman. Right. You know what I'm saying? Even on their best day. Like, like it's a reason why your woman is going to stand out to the rest of the women. Like, you know what I'm saying? Of course, you're gonna be attracted to her and shit like that, and you might see more attractive women, but at the end of the day, like, are they gonna care about you? Like, are they gonna have your, you know, your best interest?
Right.
Are
Are
they
they
gonna have
good
the
people?
ambition and the hustle she got? Huh?
That's what I'm saying. Are they good people? Like,
Do they have good morals? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I think people should like realize, men should realize like the blessings they have in front of them, because like everything that look good is not good.
exactly.
And let me be honest, I feel like a lot of the times the ones that look the best is the worst. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not saying like, oh, someone you don't, you gotta be attracted to what you want, but at the same time, you can't sit here and be fooled like it ain't you know, wolves and sheep clothing out here. Like, you got a lot of that. You got a lot of people that's dressed up and look good and they're evil as fuck. Like, they don't give a fuck about you, that would use you. Like, you know what I'm saying? How many pretty women date men just for their fucking money, or will marry an old ass man just to take his motherfucking will? Like,
true.
You cannot be distracted by shit like that, you know. And to me, that like, yeah, all right, sorry y'all.
That's why. So
Distractions like that make you, to me, if you get distracted like that, you weak
mentally, very weak.
Like, weak.
And men are. So the one thing I'll definitely say is a lot of times we don't see that blessing in front of us. You know what I'm saying? We don't see exactly who we have. And I know I say a lot of times, you know what I'm saying, age, you know what I'm saying? Like, age will definitely start to speak to you, and you start to do things differently. You move differently as you get older. But it's not only that. Like, it's sometimes you got to sit with yourself in that quiet place and realize that you're only gonna get that right person so many times. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And good women are not finite. You know what I'm saying? Good women are literally a handful. You can find a bunch of women on this planet. I promise every guy that watches this show, you can find a bunch of women that are sitting and waiting to fuck your life up. You know what I'm saying? When you find that one who's willing to stand by your side and build you the fuck up, acknowledge that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And don't take that shit for granted. Don't take that. Yo, I can't say that shit loud enough. Do not take a good woman for granted, because you can lose her just as easy as you got her. And that's the woman who's not going to have a problem with standing on business saying, nah, we done, and I'm good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yep.
So we a topic came up when we were sitting, because you know we sit and we talk before we get on the show, y'all. And Bridge threw a topic at me, and I loved it because I do believe in marriage. And the topic is, he who finds a wife finds a good thing. And guys don't understand what the hell that means. It's biblical, and we ain't gonna get real Bible on y'all right now, but I am gonna speak to finding a wife. When you find someone who is willing to stand by your side through it all, good, bad, happy, sad, unhealthy, that is a wife. You know what I'm saying? Do not be afraid to make that next step. And I'm not even sure where the fear comes from. I'm not sure, because ain't none. Most of y'all motherfuckers ain't got $10 million that she could take half of. So, like, what's the fear?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Where's the fear at? Like, what are you scared of? You know what I'm saying? The same way you can start a marriage, if the shit don't work out, you can end it. Hopefully, if you start one and you make that covenant, you know what I'm saying, you stick through it, you know what I'm saying, through the long haul. But what the fuck is y'all fear? You know what I'm saying? Like, I had a guy that told me, oh, I don't believe in marriage. I've seen so many of my friends who went through marriage and they all got divorced. And I'm like, yo, I know a bunch of people who went to Cheesecake Factory and had a bad experience. Am I going to stop fucking eating?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Am I going to quit eating just because somebody else had a bad experience at a restaurant? Fuck no. So if somebody had a bad experience with a woman and they end up getting a divorce, here's the fucking tip for you. Don't marry that woman.
That clearly wasn't your woman.
You know what I'm saying? That's not the woman for you. It wasn't the woman for him either. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But what the I don't get what the fear is. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't trying to come down on dudes. Y'all, I love y'all all. You know what I'm saying? And I'm willing to take the punches. As y'all noticed earlier, you know what I'm saying? I took a lot of punches for y'all motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm going to feed y'all back. You know what I'm saying? The same way I took the punches, I'm going to feed y'all. There's no fear. That's okay. That's okay. You know what I'm saying? I got a tough side. You know what I'm saying? I can take that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Don, do you feel like there were ways that your wife helped you man up that felt unfamiliar to you?
Yes. So, wow. When we first got together, I heard her say words that I've never heard a woman say in my life. Mm-hmm. She didn't want to be in control of the relationship, which means I got to step up and be who the fuck I'm supposed to be. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? She literally said to me, I want to be a passenger princess. I don't want to run the relationship. I don't want to put on the pants every day. That's your job. Yeah. And if you're willing to sit in those shoes, I'll have you to be my husband. But if you're not, let me know now and we can go ahead and part ways, no hard feelings. And hearing those words made me realize there is a very big fucking role that I have to play when I decide to play that role. Living with a woman is great, but that ain't the end all be all. Because there is other things that go along with being married that guys don't realize. You know what I'm saying? If you buy a house with a woman and y'all not married, first of all, foolish. Don't do it. Right. Don't fucking do it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can play house in an apartment. But when you buy a home, because if he happens to leave this earth before you do, what is he leaving behind to take care of you? He can't leave shit behind. Yeah. You're not entitled to his Social Security. You're not entitled to anything of his because y'all were not legally married. Right. I had a friend of mine whose husband passed away. They never, not husband, boyfriend passed away. And because they weren't married, his mother wouldn't even put her in the obituary. Yeah. It was like his special friend. The fuck? They've been living together for 5-6 fucking years. His special friend? Know what I'm saying? So, and that, of course, losing him crushed her, but sitting in the funeral home or in the church or whatever, know what I'm saying, and hearing that just reinforced all that hurt that she went through when he left the earth. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, like, guys, listen to me. And I ain't about preaching to fucking nobody. But I know a whole lot of dudes who marry and good, bad, or indifferent, they married to the end. You know what I'm saying? Like they toughen that shit out. And there's a lot of them who was going through the rough patches, because you do hit a rough patch. You know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, there's a video about the stages of marriage. I'm gonna play that on the show one day. And one of those stages is a really rough patch. You know what I'm saying? If you make it through that rough patch, the rest of it is smooth sailing. You know what I'm saying? But fuck the fear. You know what I'm saying? There's niggas who is scared to get married, who's not scared to get into a fucking gunfight in the street. The fuck?
Right.
If you're willing to lose your life, you should be willing to share your life.
Yep.
I mean, I just look at it like if you share your life with the right person, you're elevating your life.
Exactly.
Hell yes. Hell yes.
People don't realize that it's like, yeah, can you do things alone? Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? You was brought into this world alone, you know? But it's like, imagine how much greater you can be with the right person by your side.
Let me tell you the biggest thing, or one of those moments when I was like, yeah, I need to get serious about relationships, and I was cool with getting married. I was living by myself, had my own home by myself, you know what I'm saying? I was cool. I was walking from my kitchen to my bedroom. It was a one level house. In the middle of the house, I felt something pop in my back, drop me to the floor. My cell phone and my house phone was in my bedroom. I'm in the middle of the fucking house.
Mm-hmm.
There's nobody for me to yell to. I literally laid on the floor for 2.5 hours.
Mm.
And I was like, yo, this could have been my last. Now, of course, it was just my back. Okay. But what if that was my heart?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I hate to make it seem like, you know what I'm saying, like a woman's only there to take care of you, but no, you're there to make sure that each other is okay.
Right.
And I literally, after 2.5 hours of laying on the floor in the middle of the house, I had to pull myself to my bedroom, pull myself up to my bed to get a hold of a phone.
Yeah.
To call a woman that I did not even give the option of marrying me.
Mm-hmm.
And ask her to fucking come through.
Yeah.
Never gave her the option. Never even remotely made her feel like she was ever going to be the one. But that's the only number that I can think of at that moment.
Yeah. I feel like you using that as an example, but I feel like, you know, your partner, your husband, wife, or whatever, they're supposed to be there for you mentally, physically, emotionally, you know, and it's like, because it's always going to be a day where you're not either physically, like you saying your back went out, emotionally. You see how Angie is having the worst day. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you need that partner there to pick you up, you know, when you fall short. And no, I'm not saying like every day it's going to be an issue, but it's like when those issues come, that is the point of a partner, to be that support system to you, you know, like, because we're not always okay mentally, you know, emotionally, financially. You know, some people might wake up and lose their job tomorrow, you know, and the bills still got to get paid, you know. So it's like, that is the point of a partnership, you know.
Like the crazy thing, so during the end of COVID, right, was when me and Nisha got together. And we were both, when we got together, I'll definitely say we were both okay with being apart. We just didn't want to be together with the wrong person. You know what I'm saying? Like, we was okay with being by our fucking selves. She got COVID. Mm-hmm. And I hope I ain't putting your business in the street, babe. My bad if I am. So she caught COVID. And I was living in Pennsylvania at the time. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And when she told me that she tested positive for COVID, I was like, yo, I'm on my way. And she was like, well, no, I'm saying, if you come down here, you're going to get sick. And I was like, nah, there's certain things you're going to need. You're going to need vitamins. You're going to need, you know what I'm saying, you're going to need antibacterial stuff so that you're not reinfecting the whole damn house once you get well. And she was like, nah, you can't come through. I said, you can't stop me, because at that point, she had let me have a key. I gave her a key to mine. You can't stop me. I got a key. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And when I got down here, that's when everything hit both of us, because I couldn't stay. You know what I'm saying? I dropped off all the, you know what I'm saying, vitamins or whatever. But it hurt me more walking out the door and not staying with her.
Mhm.
And like she was literally standing at the top of the stairs and we were talking from a distance.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, I don't want you to leave. And I was like, I don't want to leave, but we can't get each other sick.
Right.
And like for her, that was a realization of having somebody here with me makes a difference.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
When me and her got together, I was literally losing everything at once.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? I was losing my job because my job was relocating and I didn't want to relocate. My car was attached to my job.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So losing the job meant I lost my car. I was living in Pennsylvania. Everybody I knew lived in Baltimore.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So she takes me to drop off my car, and my last day of work was the day after Thanksgiving, Black Friday.
Okay.
Don't forget that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, y'all couldn't have waited. You know what I'm saying? Like a couple of more days.
Right.
She takes me to go drop off my car, and I'm like, and she's like, yo, what's wrong with you? And I'm like, yo, I'm done. Like, how am I gonna make moves? How am I gonna move around or whatever? And she was like, what do you mean? And I was like, yo, I'm dropping off my car. Like, you know what I'm saying? I at least got at least 3 or 4 weeks before I get another car.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, well, I'll come pick you up. And I was like, yeah, that's 2 hours round trip. You know what I'm saying? That's an hour there, hour back.
Mhm.
And she was like she never even gave that a thought. Like it wasn't even a thought for her.
Yeah.
It was just more so, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like we look out for each other. That's what we do.
Yeah. God sent you your helpmate.
Exactly.
Mhm.
And I was like, all right, well, cool, you know what I'm saying? So 2 days of I'm sitting and looking out the window, and I'm like, damn, I ain't got no car. I gotta walk to the fucking store. Humbling shit.
Mhm.
I ain't walked to a fucking store since 90 fucking 5. And I'm like, y'all gotta walk to the store. Day number, you know what I'm saying? The end of day 2, I'm sitting there and I'm like, yo, this shit is fucking heart wrenching. The next morning, I hear the key in the door and I'm like, who the fuck? She comes in. I'm like, yo, what you doing here? She was like, I came to pick you up, like I said. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and the whole ride back down to Baltimore, I'm like, yo, that's a fucking rider. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's somebody who's willing to have my back no matter what.
Yeah,
Because
because some women would have walked away at that point.
Yeah.
I had no job. Honestly, I had no job. I had no car.
Yeah.
And you live
My
in a
rent was
different
paid for 2 months. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's all
You
the
live
fuck
in a
I
different
had.
state.
I had no food in the crib. Like, I was literally,
No food in the crib is crazy.
you know what I'm saying? Because men don't buy food for weeks at a time. You know what I'm saying? We buy what we need.
Yeah.
How the fuck am I get to the grocery store? I ain't got no car. You know what I'm saying? I had eggs. I literally was living on eggs and fucking sausage.
Hey,
You know what I'm
But
saying?
at the end of the day, like we were saying before, like regardless that you lost all that at the moment that when y'all was dealing with each other, she's seeing your potential. Like a real woman gonna know that those hard times not gonna last forever. You know what I'm saying? Especially when it's a good man that cares about you. Like I feel like a lot of women, I feel like women really see potential in men. Like,
absolutely.
a
That's
man
what we're
can
doing.
leave
We're
you all
lookers.
in
We're
one day, but it's like
looking.
we still see like no, like everything's gonna be fine. Like
Yeah.
Like, guys don't see it that way. And guys are materialistic, like we are.
Mm-hmm.
We like to call women materialistic, but we're materialistic. I didn't see in myself what she was seeing in me. You know what I'm saying? To me, I was less than. You know what I'm saying? I had no car, I had no job, I had an apartment, I had my own spot. You know what I'm saying? At least, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't no bum. But
but regardless though, right? None of those things
matter to her.
Yeah.
It's not that it don't matter to her, but she sees the value in you, not those things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah,
She sees
like
that you're a caring person. When I'm sick, he showed up for me. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? She's seen that you wasn't no bum because you was working. Just a situation happened, which is
Right.
called life, and it happens to everybody.
Right. Like that.
Everybody could say done had a fucking experience with a job and they went without a job. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm.
she still seeing your value, even though it's like, you know, besides the worldly things, you know. And to me, that's what a real woman is gonna see in their
Yeah.
partner.
Especially
And
if you was
that's
handling it before. Especially if you was handling it before, why would she, why
Right.
would she think that, this
but
minor why would she think a hiccup is going to change
Yeah.
anything?
I think that's the thing with, and I'm not gonna say women don't do it neither, but I feel like men beat up on themselves when life fucking happens, not
mhm.
realizing that y'all are human just like anybody else. You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? Like we all are human. We all, it be times that we all have down moments, you know, but I feel like
Hmm.
men, you know, instead of like beating yourself up, and if you see a woman trying to be there for you through that, like why?
Let me add. I was going through a separation on my way to divorce. Wasn't divorced yet.
Yeah.
And this woman still stepped up and said, you know what? You told me you were separated. You told me what you're gonna do,
Hmm.
and I'm gonna believe in you for that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
And she believed in me, and I didn't let her down.
that I truly believe your life can get so much better if you have someone that believes in you. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
like
yeah.
sometimes you
But
need people to speak that life back into you.
Absolutely. Especially when
Like
you can't
like,
speak it into yourself.
exactly, or when you feel
That's
like
the
you
point of a
losing it all.
partnership.
If you feel like you lost it all, you falling into depression, like Don's situation, he could be like, I lost my wife, I lost my job, I done lost my car, I done lost everything. He could be ready to off himself. But you
Mhm.
had a woman, a good woman, that believed in you and spoke life right back into you, and look where you are today.
I got a friend of mine that I grew up with, right? Now, our lives took different paths, you know what I'm saying? His took a really good path, in my opinion. He's worth about $3.8 million now.
Mm-hmm.
He has all the money he fucking needs. He actually intentionally did not get into relationships. As a matter of fact, he paid a woman to have a child for him because he wanted to have a child. So he
Mm.
got his child, but he's miserable. You know what I'm saying? He's got everything that I want, and I got everything he wants.
Mm-hmm.
You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? I'd like to have 3.8 million. I'd like to have 1.2 million. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? But what I don't want to be, he's sitting in the house. Now, his child is getting a little older now. And he has a nanny and all that shit. So he's not really involved in his child's life. He
He's
has a
still
child.
alone.
You know what I'm saying? He has a child. But he's alone. You know what I'm saying? Those moments when I you know what I'm saying, last time I spoke to him when he paid the woman to have a child for him, I think he was worth just under $1 million.
Yeah.
When he hit 1 million,
Hmm.
he had nobody who he could talk to and say, I made it.
I mean,
As crazy as that shit sounds.
that just shows you that number one, money can't buy you happiness while everybody is
Hmm.
so
Cannot.
steady focused on chasing it. And it also shows you that the best things in life are fucking free.
Mm-hmm.
People don't understand that. People think that you
That
got to have
nigga,
so much.
that nigga has what most dudes would sit there and give their right arm for, but what he doesn't have is somebody to share in his accomplishments.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Somebody that can sit there and go, baby, I believed in you and you did
Like
it.
if you have to pay a woman to have your child,
That's a lot.
that's a
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Not
Paid
saying, and I'm
her.
not knocking no one, but it's like you can't be so focused on chasing money
Mm-hmm.
that you forget about the things in life that really matter.
Right.
Like relationships and being a father. and like actually being a father. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like I don't know. I told y'all I always say free. I always say even when I get money, every time I get money, I be like, free yourself from the love of money. I don't ever want to be in love with money. You know?
Yeah.
Like,
Like
yeah, I know
he
we gotta
had
get money to because it pay the bills and it makes the world go around. But I don't want to obsess over it, and I don't want to be in love with it that I forget about the things that matter the most in life. You know,
so
like
the
family and
most
shit.
the most important thing, and I'm gonna direct this to the guys again. Find somebody that's willing to build with you. You know what I'm saying? So when you finally get there, you don't have to worry about whether or not she's there for the money because she was there when you didn't have it. You know what I'm saying? If she was willing to be broke with you and starve with you, I think she deserves to kind of eat well with you. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Um, it's crazy how many guys will wait until they make it because that was his thing. I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna wait till I get the money and then I'll get the woman. But then once he got the money, he couldn't trust any woman that came into his orbit
Right.
because now he don't know if they're whether they're there just for the money or they
Right.
really love him.
Right.
So at
Exactly.
that point,
And then for real, if he ever found a genuine woman, he probably scare her away because he
yep,
automatically
Right.
assuming she's
Think
using
that
him
she.
for his money.
Hmm.
And he why he would scare her away? Because he probably gonna put her through all these fucking tests just to see if she's a
Right.
fucking user, and then she gonna be like, I ain't fucking with this motherfucker because
You
he
doing too
treating
much.
her some type of way. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like,
Let me tell you,
Backwards.
I'm so happy that I know from from 2 years ago going forward, if I hit the lotto tomorrow, I know that the woman I'm with was willing to be with me whether that lotto happened or not.
mm-hmm,
Yep.
Know what I'm saying? Whether I got 5 cars or no cars, she cool.
right,
Yep.
Know what I'm saying? The last thing you want to do is worry about every time you go to sleep. Know what I'm saying? Is she here because she want to be with me, or is she here just because I got the things I got?
Right.
Know what I'm saying? Yo, respect the ones that's willing to be with you when you ain't got nothing.
right,
Know what I'm saying? Because that's the one who is gonna hold you down on the way up. And if you happen to fall, she's still gonna be there.
right. And
Know what I'm
pull
saying?
you up.
Like, what's this one dude in the NFL, Travis fuck his dude's name. Know what I'm saying? And everybody's talking to him on social media, like, yo, you need to get a prenup.
Travis
That shit
Kelsey.
ain't no, not Kelsey. It's Travis
You
Oh,
talking about the
Travis
one?
Hunter, the little black
Hunter.
dude that
Yes,
married
thank
that
you.
girl. Oh yeah.
Um
He might. He
he
might need. He might need.
she got with him
He might need.
when his NFL prospects was looking good. Now he's with her, got
Mm-hmm.
engaged. Maybe
Oh,
I think they got
they
married.
married.
They
Oh
got
yeah, they
married.
married. Mm-hmm.
And everybody's telling him you should have got a prenup
Hmm.
because she latched on to him and he don't know whether she's there for real or not.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's a crazy thing to fall asleep with every night.
Yeah. And he got. And she. My sister just commented and said they just had a baby too.
Shut the fuck up. Nope. Don't say that.
Stupid dumb.
Shut the fuck up.
Locked in now.
Angie, what's your topic?
Oh yeah, yeah. Damn, we done got way off.
I got two questions too from do you have any questions, Angie, from your anonymous thing?
Yeah, I got one.
Okay. Hey, you
Yeah.
want to talk about your topic?
Yes. So my topic is. Hold on. Let me bring it back up because I got a couple questions with my topic.
Okay.
So my topic is. What is something your Bridget 30 year third and what is something your 30-year-old self wishes you knew in your 20s?
Um you can't fix people, but part of me feels that, but I feel like I don't know. I don't know. Like it's like I feel like I'm never going to change who I am, regardless of like how people treat me in return, you know. And I feel like if I ever gave somebody love and they didn't reciprocate it, I feel like clearly they needed it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to say like you can't, but I guess I am trying to say like I feel like, but you can't fix people. You know what I'm saying? Don't overstay your welcome. Trying to fix people. Like love them the way that you can, but also don't be scared to let them go. Push yourself first. Like,
Yeah.
you know, outside of God. Yeah, but at the same time, it's hard for me to say that because I feel like that's just who I am. I feel like I'm very selfless. Like, you know, but I feel like not necessarily like just put myself first always, but make sure I'm also a priority. You know what I'm saying? Like be who I am, but be a priority to myself too. You know, and make my life decisions based off of me and not for anybody else.
Yep.
Yeah.
Dawn.
So,
What
and
would
I'm
what
gonna
would you
still stay
say
with the same
in the
age group though.
70s that you
I'm gonna
could say
say,
in your 40s?
and
What would you say,
I
Dawn?
love you.
What would you
Yeah,
say?
because I need some like me and Angie basically mid-30s, like we pushing mid-30s. So it's like we going eventually get to 40. So it's like what do we need to hear? 40s or even in our 30s. What advice would you give to people in their 30s?
So my 30s was an important time frame for me. So I'm gonna definitely say this to y'all. Y'all are sitting in the most important time frame in your entire fucking life. I don't give a fuck what happens 40 and beyond. Right now, today, these years, these are the years that will either make you or break you. Know what I'm saying? And
It's breaking me. Shit.
We crashing out every other day, Angie.
Man, crashing. This shit is breaking me.
Yeah, it's all right. Go ahead.
My
We
spirit
it back
and
up
my
though.
pockets.
so when I was in my 30s and I was looking back, because when you get in your 30s, you're like, oh my God, like I'm in my 30s. And you're like, oh, like I'm almost midway there. You know what I'm saying? And you start looking back. Biggest thing that I would definitely say that I would tell myself is look at people for who they are and not who you want them to be.
That
You know what I'm saying?
that.
Look at them for
Tell the kids in
this.
their 20s that too.
I wish I could sit down with a whole fucking room of 20-year-olds and go right now, everybody that you have in your circle, all your friends, all your love, the people who you think, oh, that's my girl, I love her. Look at her for who she actually is. Look at him for who he actually is, and not who you want them to be.
Right.
Because what we do is we put an image on people that they can't wear. You know what I'm saying? The shit don't fit them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we look at some people, because I've done it when I was in my 20s, and there's women who was willing to, you know what I'm saying, ride it out with me. And I was like, nah, I'm sure there's somebody else, you know what I'm saying? And I'm looking for shit that ain't there. And missed out on women. Now, luckily for me, God looked out for me and he was like, you know what? I'm gonna take care of babies and fools. So you was an idiot in your 20s. Yeah, your 30s, you was an idiot too. So now that you got a little bit older, I'm gonna send somebody away. Don't, because it's your last time. Don't fuck up on this one.
Right. Because if
Know what
not,
I'm saying?
I end up old and lonely.
Right. And Lord knows I don't want that shit. Know what I'm saying? I like a full household.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely, like the age that y'all are at right now, and I ain't gonna tell nobody your ages. Neither one of y'all look your age. So y'all both look like y'all still in your 20s, goddamn it.
Shit.
We telling ages and shit.
34.
But right now, this age, don't wait until you get in your 40s, because the 40s are filled with regrets. know what I'm saying?
And I'm already feeling regrets.
The 40s are your regretful stage, like, know what I'm saying? I could have did this, I could have did that. Damn, why did I do this? I could have went left, I chose to go right. Know what I'm saying? Why did I? That's what the 40s got for you. So right now, make the decisions so that when you turn 40, you're like, okay, now I'm just looking forward to the future. I ain't got no regrets in the past.
Yeah.
Know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like when you're in your 30s, I feel like you still look back with regrets. Like,
Yeah.
like I was just like today when I was talking to my therapist, I was crying based off of shit that I regret in my past. But I feel like when you're in your 30s, you do sleep on how young you really are still, and you still have a good, decade of not playing, I think the biggest thing is that, and I'm not going to say just men, but yeah, I don't know why I'm like fucking with y'all tonight. Like, stop playing with women in their fucking 30s, yo. The fuck? We do
They
not
got
have time to
time.
be playing with y'all.
I have time.
Yo, like go find a child. Go play with a child. Like, don't play with a woman in her 30s. Y'all just heard what Dawn said. Once you get to 40, you're gonna be looking back and regret. We don't have our 30s to be playing these games
At all.
Yo,
And I'm
I
only
had
20. I don't have
a
time.
homegirl of mine, right? Well, she's a homegirl now. We used to be in a relationship. We was in an actually long-term relationship.
Mm-hmm.
But she reached out to me
mm-hmm.
and she was like, look, I know you married, you know what I'm saying? I know you happy and all that stuff, and I'm not trying to bring up. She's like, but why did we break up? And I'm sitting there literally staring at the message going, I don't fucking know. You know what I'm saying? I think she might have listened to, because she's probably checking out the show. So if you do, yo, what up, yo? But she probably checked out the show when it was like on some ghost and shit. When we was talking about that,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, yo, I don't know why we broke up. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
And she was like, I just wanted to, and I think she just needed to understand for her own well-being.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because she's in her, no, she's probably in her 40s. If she's 40, she's probably in her 40s now. But for her, it was like an aha moment. Like, I had a relationship that was going well, and then all of a sudden it was no longer a relationship. And she just had to find out why. And I said, yo, I don't know why we broke up. You're a great person. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's the reason that we maintained a friendship all these years. Because you're still a great person. It just didn't work out between us. And I wasn't willing to hold you back from the happiness that you might find.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Angie, what would you tell your what would you tell
Yeah,
your
man. What would you tell your younger self?
I don't know. I kind of want to say something that hasn't been said. What would I say? I would say prioritize your time with things that are going to benefit your life.
I like it.
Absolutely.
I like it.
Yes, your 20s, but don't bullshit them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because that means you're going to have to work even harder in your 30s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. I definitely agree with that. I be trying to teach my 20-year-old niece that. I'm like, girl, you 20, them fucking 20s fly by.
Like that.
Yeah.
Like that.
Very, very quickly.
Yeah, but I'm like, yeah, have fun, but take that shit seriously at the same time,
Yeah.
Seriously. And I think also, like, because just like, I know I'm technically like still young, but I think my biggest thing, like what I was like crying to my therapist about is like I have so much regret of like dealing with people longer than I should have in my past, that I like
Mm.
let so much time go by that I'm like pushing my mid-30s, and no, I know God has the final say so, you know. But I think something that eats me up as a woman, like pushing her mid-30s, is like, am I ever gonna have a child? Like, you know, and that's the one thing in my life that I don't wanna regret, like not having a kid. You know,
Exactly.
I was just talking to my aunt, like she's in town and she never was able to have a kid, you know, and that's something that she wanted, you know, and that shit just bothers me every single day because
Same.
I'm like, if I didn't sit here and spend X amount of years on someone that I knew wasn't a potential,
Mm.
you know, I could have been giving the right people my energy and time and then possibly having a child where it's like, you know,
Exactly.
of course, God got the final say so, but I don't ever want to get to a point where I'd be like, damn, I didn't even have a fucking child, you know? So that shit really eats me the fuck up. My therapist even like, you know, validated how I feel. She was like, Bridget, if I was in your position, I would feel the same way. But, you know, she also let me see another, you know, perspective of it, you know, but it and that's why I feel so passionately about like the way men play with women. You know what I'm saying? Because men can have kids at whatever age, you know, but it's like men be really sitting here playing with women that is like they might have to look back in life and regret that they never got to have that child because they was
Yeah.
being loyal to someone that had no intentions with them, you know,
Exactly.
no real intentions. You was playing games and stuff like that, you know. um yeah, so
So
All right.
one thing I will say, um,
Mhm.
don't, and this is just speaking from age. Watch where you place your loyalties at.
huh, I,
Absolutely.
You know
I've
what I'm
learned
saying?
that.
Watch,
Absolutely. Don't
watch.
waste your
I've learned
time.
that.
It's okay to ride out with somebody that deserves to be rode with. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I encourage that. You know what I'm saying? I encourage you to ride. If you see somebody's true potential, ride with it.
But it just can't be potential. You can't, like, you can't sit around for too long of
Yeah,
someone not showing no progress or no effort or whatever the case may be. Like, you know,
Yeah.
like I'm all for, like, you know, I feel like I'm that person. Like I am loyal to a fault.
Mm-hmm.
But you cannot be loyal to someone who really don't have no real intentions with you. You know what I'm saying? And to me, intentions is with actions behind it. You know,
so
so
so I'll say one of the things that I've done that and I promise you, I don't have a lot of regrets in life. There's some things that I've done and I'm like, yo, fuck it, I did it. You know what I'm saying? It made me better or worse. I don't have a lot of regrets. But there's some people I regret putting on a pedestal that they didn't belong on.
yeah,
Absolutely.
You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah,
I've given people a place in my life and looked up to them and placed them on a pedestal when they really, and I don't try to belittle any woman, but they probably should have been stepped over.
right,
Honestly.
right. Like looking back, you could be like, yeah,
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like looking back, I'm like, yo, I placed you in a place and I honored you and revered you. And I should have just stepped over you and
yeah,
maybe threw some coins, like you know what I'm saying? But I should have just kept walking past.
right, yeah,
Especially them the times where you should have been putting yourself first.
right,
Yes.
right,
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
And me,
Fucking
like,
yes.
even though I look back with, I look back with certain regret. I think the biggest thing is that I don't want to resent people because I don't want to keep no hate in my heart. You know what I'm saying? But it's just, you know, just when you reflect on your life, like, you know, yes, we still have time, like, you know, to change the
Hmm.
outcome. Um, it just, you know, with something that I always know, like time is very precious, you know, and so
Yeah.
like I feel like people who are younger, people in their 20s, this is shit that I really preach to them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, don't waste your time on people that's not for you. Like, you
Mm-hmm.
know, Like, you can't fix everyone. Like, us women, we always see potential in men, but if a man don't see it within himself, you have to wash your hands with that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and
Yo, the one thing
unfortunately, it's a lot of men that be out here wearing masks too. You know, they trying to act like they this person and they want this and they want that, and that's not what they
Mhm.
really fucking want. So
Exactly.
it's like, yeah, it do gotta be time frames put on shit. And after a certain amount of time, me getting my time wasted, you should wash your hands, because you can't be riding for someone who really don't want
Exactly.
to go
How long you
somewhere with you.
going right? How long you gonna ride until it's time to, take next steps and do stuff like that? Like,
Yeah.
so I am probably I think if when I look at the demographics of the show and people watch the show, I'm definitely older than most of the people who watch the show, right? I'm like, I look at the demographics and I look at the men to women ratio. I look at the age groups. I'm
mhm,
older than most of the people who watch the show, and I actually look at that as a blessing because I get to speak to my younger selves every time we on the show.
our
Yeah.
internet father.
The one thing I'm going to tell all of y'all, you don't have time. Time is not finite. You know what I'm saying? You have a limit to how much time you fucking have. Stop playing with time like I have the whole world of time, because you don't.
Mm-hmm.
You have your happiness today, and you have hopefully your happiness tomorrow. But what you do not have is a finite amount of time.
Yeah.
So here's the right now, I'm telling everybody, everybody. And like I said, I am definitely the oldest in the group of people on this show. Stop playing with today. You may not have tomorrow, and you definitely don't know how many summers you got left. Get focused right now on who you are, who you want to be, and where you want to go. And start making those fucking moves now. If I can reach back and tell myself anything, the biggest thing I would fucking say is get serious about your money management.
Mm-hmm.
Get real serious, because the money that you could possibly make in your 20s will only spread into the money you make in your 30s, and you won't be regretting what you didn't make when you're in your 40s.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Get real serious about money management. Get serious about money management and credit, because that's all the fuck we got.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? If you ain't got $3.8 million like my man, all you got is your fucking credit.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Get serious about who you deal with and how serious that relationship really fucking is.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? If you deal with somebody, let it be known where you want to go, the direction and the path you want to see forward. If that direction and that path ain't shared, ain't no hard feelings. I love you, but I gotta go. You know what I'm saying? I got shit I want to do in my life. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at two wonderful women right now who would
Sorry.
love to be married and mothers. They ain't got time to play no more, fellas. The shit ain't there. They ain't waiting to get in their 40s and they have a fucking at-risk fucking pregnancy. They ain't got fucking time to play. It's serious right now, y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Lock it
And
in.
I'm getting fucking emotional, and I don't fucking do that shit. So wait a minute.
It's real though. I think men just don't be really thinking about that shit. It's
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like they really don't. Like, women literally have a biological clock. Like, I'm 32. I probably got maybe once I hit like 37, you know what they're going to call my pregnancy?
High
Geriatric.
risk. Yeah, geriatric, high risk.
Geriatric, meaning an old lady pregnancy. Like, I'm laughing about it, but I mean, it's serious. Like,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then
I'm
even when
trying
you
to
go to the
fucking
doctor, like
die.
I know you're like my OBGYN, he like, are you gonna have kids, Bridget? Like,
Yeah.
you know, it's like a slap in the fucking face, you know, and then it's like you fucking meet people that play with you, you know.
Yo, like, all right, I'm gonna get and Angie got naked with us today, and you know what I'm saying, she bared us, you know what I'm saying, she kind of showed her soul, and Bridget got naked today, so I'm gonna get naked. I'm gonna get real fucking naked. You know what I'm saying? My wife is a wonderful woman. You know what I'm saying? I think she'd be a great mom. 19 years ago, I had a vasectomy though. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like I've taken away from her something that she would have been great at. But I've given it to,
People that
I won't
probably
say,
deserve it. Sorry, go ahead.
at least one person who probably didn't fucking deserve it. Like my other children moms, you know what I'm saying? They wonderful, they great, and I love them. But somebody who didn't fucking deserve it. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
I know right now my wife probably got tears in her fucking eyes. And I'm sorry.
Misha,
But
be my mom. I don't have one.
I think you're a little past the breastfeeding phase.
That's the love phase, though.
but but I really look at her as, and what you all were saying earlier, she is a living testament of that. She
Mhm.
gave so many years to somebody who didn't deserve it, and that took away what she feels is her childbearing years. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's, Bridge, when you say stop playing with women's fucking emotions, stop playing with their life, my wife is a living testament to that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
she is really living that moment right now. And
Yeah. My
y'all
aunt
been
is
fucking around having me cry. Last week I had me embarrassed. This week y'all about to have me in fucking tears. I would love to have been that guy to give her a child.
yeah.
But I made decisions. I made decisions that I thought was right for me at the time. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't want to keep having children out of wedlock. I didn't want to have children all over the fucking planet. You know what I'm saying? So I made the decision. I was like, yo, it's time for you to stop you. You know what I'm saying? And lo and behold, years later, you know what I'm saying? 17 years later, I stopped her. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So guys, don't, like, if you're in your 30s or you meet a woman that's in their 30s, 20s, mid to late 20s, 30s, be intentional in what the fuck you're gonna do. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to move forward, because women don't want to be baby mamas no more. They don't want to do that shit. They want to
Absolutely.
be a wife and they want to be a mother, but they don't want to be your baby mama.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? There's nothing attractive about that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was lucky enough that my son's mom and my oldest daughter's mom, we have a great relationship. We've always had a great, you know what I'm saying, co-parenting situation. But women don't want that. They don't want to wake up in the morning or at 4 o'clock in the morning when the child is sick. They don't want to do that shit by themselves.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna get a woman pregnant, go to whole nine. You know what I'm saying? Do everything. Marry her, love her, treat her good. You know what I'm saying? If you're not, move the fuck on. You know what I'm saying? Move on. If you trust me, these women are not just fucking holes to be poked. And I know I used to be that dude. And I used to think that way. Oh, we just gonna both get this shared feeling and that's it. No, it's more to that shit, guys. You know what I'm saying? If you want to lay down with her, stay with her. If you can't stay with her, don't lay down. Like, fuck it. Go beat your dick, nigga. But don't use her.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I got a daughter. I got two daughters. You know what I'm saying? My oldest daughter just got engaged. And when I tell you that her fiance, from the day I met that dude, I knew he was stepping up to the plate. He was going to be everything she wanted. And when he came to me and asked me to marry my daughter, it was a resounding yes. I was like, shit, can we get this fucking ball rolling now? You know what I'm saying? Because you're everything that I expected my daughter to be with. At his age, and I think he's 34, he's light years ahead of where the fuck I was at 34.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at this dude like, yeah, hell yeah. I call him like, yo, when y'all coming down to fucking hang out? Because I just like being around him because I wasn't that responsible at his age.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like y'all got me on a goddamn soapbox, yo.
It's
Like,
okay.
guys, you know what I'm saying? Like, there are good women still out here, but what there is a shortage of good men. Like, there's a plethora of fucking good women, but there's a shortage of good men. So if you gonna be one of them good men, be that good man and quit playing.
Be a stand-up man.
You know what I'm saying? Be a stand-up man. Be somebody who's willing to stand upright to God. Be a stand-up man. Be
Amen.
judged.
Amen.
You know what I'm saying? And I get it. You know what I'm saying? I used to be that guy, but I wish if I could turn back the hands of time, I wish I could have treated a lot of women a lot better. Or just not dealt with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's women that got hurt that didn't deserve it. They didn't fucking deserve that shit.
I feel like I've been a fucking punching bag my whole life. To people that I just tried to love.
Let me tell y'all something. And it's crazy. So when I was younger, I was like that. I wanted to be that lover boy. Oh my God. You know what I'm saying? Like when my girlfriend, yeah. And when I watched all of the other dudes who had it, you know what I'm saying? And they had the money and chicks would just be falling all themselves to be with them. And I was like, yo, like, damn. So that's all it is. It's just a money situation. If I got money, I got a woman.
Mhm.
When I got older and started dealing with women who saw past the money, I literally did not know how to treat them. Because to me, if I spent money on you, it was romantic. You know what I'm saying? That's romance. You know what I'm saying? I sent you to get your hair done. That was romantic, right? And they're like, no, that's not romance at all. I could have paid for my own fucking hair. I didn't need that. You know what I'm saying? What I needed is to come home and you rub my fucking feet. You know what I'm saying? Rub my back, rub my bath water. And I'm like, no, that shit costs money. They're like, exactly. So we grow up and we see things that aren't true, but we make it fact. Fellas, Bridget, because no saying Angie's in a relationship, but Bridget, if you see this woman, I promise you, the amount of money that you have is not going to fucking impress her. It's not. You can have 1.5 million, but if you're a shitbag, you're a shitbag, and you're not impressing her.
Don't come broke though.
Well, don't come broke.
Don't come broke though.
But don't be spiritually broke either. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? Don't be financially rich and spiritually broke.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
My girl is well rounded.
It's okay, y'all.
Nobody wants a broke man because I don't want a broke woman. You know what I'm saying? I fuck that. I could do bad by my goddamn self. I don't want nobody broke, but I don't want nobody spiritually bankrupt either.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I want somebody who's willing to give and take and build. Build.
Yeah.
Oh, let's get to the questions real quick before we head out.
Yeah. Angie, you want to do yours first, or you want me to do mine?
We can do mine.
Okay.
I'm going to pour me a drink, y'all.
Go ahead.
So mine is I have a girl that I don't future
Hold on.
with.
Your,
Her though.
your sound is messing up again.
You said it's messing up again. Can you hear me now?
You back? Yeah, you're back.
Okay. It said that I'm in a relationship with a girl that I don't see a future with. How do I break up with her without crushing her?
Damn.
I think at the end of the day, that you just need to be honest.
Yeah. I feel like I
And
honestly
don't wait.
don't wait. Don't keep stringing her along. Honestly,
Yeah.
I feel like I would say a face-to-face conversation, even though it might hurt, is more respectful. Don't do it over a text. If you can't,
Always face to face.
yeah, like, and if you can't do face-to-face, do it on the phone, but not no text. Don't be
Yeah.
don't be sabotaging to make her try to break up with you first. Like, just be a man, and it's to me, it's gonna hurt a woman anytime that she invests any time into a man. And then he says he don't want to be with her, but I feel like it's more respectable when you do it a certain way.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'll echo everything y'all just said, and I'll add to that: short-term hurt is better than long-term damage.
Yeah.
So if you gotta hurt her, she's gonna hurt. She's probably gonna go through it a couple of days, couple of weeks. After that, you know what I'm saying? She's gonna be in the club, throw her ass up in the air, she good. But don't damage her long term. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Don't do that. All
right. What do you think, Angie? You want to say anything about it?
I said my thing first.
All right, Melissa. I'm tired, y'all.
Hard to tell.
What is more important in building a strong relationship? Trust, loyalty, friendship, or genuine love?
Trust.
Friendship
to me.
first.
You said friendship.
Okay. Mm.
See, I feel like friendship and trust go like hand in hand because you ain't gonna be friends with nobody you can't trust.
Yeah, but at the same time, I feel like friendship builds a bond.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It does.
Like, so I mean, I do feel like friendship and trust build is hand in hand because, like, it's like if I build a bond with you in a friendship, then I clearly can trust you.
Yeah. And if there's no trust, there's not going to be a friendship.
Right.
So you got to have trust to have the friendship.
So I'll say this: when you get into a relationship, don't leave friendship behind. Let it be a relay friendship. You know what I'm saying? Like, because anybody that you're in a relationship with, that should be probably your best friend, if not close to your very best friend. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely keep friendship first, and then everything else will build on that. Let that be your foundation.
All right. So this was one of the, I ain't gonna lie, when I read this question, it was like so hard for me to be like, one, what the fuck? I would say loyalty, but I feel like people can have a loyalty to you and still not be good for you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I get it. Like a friendship builds a bond. Like friendship and trust go hand in hand. I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna say genuine love.
Yeah.
Genuine love. Because the thing is, if I love you, I'm not gonna say like you don't need to be trust or loyalty. Yes, I need all of that. You feel me? But it's like if I genuinely love you, even when you make me mad, I'm still gonna care about you.
But that don't mean you can genuinely love somebody, and they can you can genuinely love somebody all day. But I feel like if you don't have trust, then what's the point? Like, you can genuinely love somebody.
Yeah. All right. Shut up, Angie. Shit.
Like, there are people out there. There are people out there that I like, old friends that I genuinely love. I love y'all down, but do I trust you? No. That's why we're not friends no more.
I ain't gonna lie, I do feel like it is trust. I do feel like it's trust because I feel like if I trust you, I don't know, because it's like I want to say loyalty, but it's like I don't fucking know. This is like really hard. I ain't gonna lie. I was just like, what?
Friendship, everything. If friendship is your foundation, everything else can be built off that. I've been friends with women who I ended up getting into a relationship with. Why? Because we had that friendship as the foundation. So everything else that built on top of that, now did we make it? Nah. But guess what? After everything else went away, we still had a friendship. You know what I'm saying? So yes, you can be loyal to people who just fuck you over. Just because you loyal don't mean they're loyal.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But if a good friend, I'm talking opposite sex, in my opinion, in my regard.
Yeah, I don't fucking know how to answer this question. I need all of it.
Good friends.
Yeah,
well, you need everything. You need it all, but you need friendship as a foundation.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I guess it says what's more important than building a strong relationship. So
trust.
Yeah, I would definitely look. I guess it's friendship. I don't know.
Trust.
I need trust.
Well, I'm just letting you know that we're tied. We're tied because Nisha is also part of the show. Nisha says trust is important. So, it's 2 against 2. Yeah. I'm not out here alone. Not out here alone.
All right. The second one is not really a question. It's kind of like a story. So I guess y'all can give the guy advice that he's looking for.
Got you.
It's really on the lines of everything that we were talking about tonight. He said, I lost a good woman that actually wanted to see me win. Over my lack of discipline playing with her, she done left my ass for a new man. Yeah, I mean, I feel like anytime that you go through shit in life, you always have to reflect and be like, what lesson did I learn in this? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. I just hope that this wasn't your last win.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
just to the next, I guess.
Because she's moved on to somebody else, and you need to give that guy an opportunity either to succeed or fail. And I hope that this wasn't your last win, because women are not finite. I think I said that earlier. You have a finite amount of women who are really willing to be good to you. I hope this wasn't your last win. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully you'll be able to take the lessons that you learned from this one and give it to the next one, who is a good woman. But if that's what your last win, be careful
Sorry.
for going forward.
Sorry to that man.
I just feel like she seen the value in you and you didn't see the value in her.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like a woman that sees value in you is valuable, you know. I don't know. I do hair, so I be talking to men all the time when they like tell me they fuck up situation. I be like, all right, so what did you learn? Like what one man won't appreciate, another man will. Like, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I feel like men sometimes, and even women, you take good people in general take good people for granted. Like people aren't looking for good people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like, and also I feel like people always got this thing where either they're scared to commit or they're always out here thinking that, oh well, she's good, but like I could find something a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? But what if you don't? You know, and like I said, I feel like everybody is unique and they have things about them that makes them who they are. You know, so I feel like if I don't know if he knew she was a good woman when he was dealing with her. It took for her to walk away for him to realize that she was a good woman. But I feel like the lesson behind it is when you see that someone is a good woman, a good person, a good man, don't take that person for granted. Don't sit there and be like, I might can find better, because you could really just be out
You
here
might
searching
not be able to.
for someone that could never amount up to who she is. So and then you gotta be sick. You gotta be sick to sit there and watch another man love your girl. Sorry.
Yo. Yo, so there's a I don't know if it's Jamaican, but I've heard it from my Jamaican family. You know what I'm saying? And it goes, you never miss the water till the well run dry. You know what I'm saying? And when the water's gone, that's when you thirsty the most.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So enjoy the water while it's there. You know what I'm saying? Because once it's gone, it's gone. You know what I'm saying? And that may be the one person who can quench your motherfucking thirst.
Yeah. You remember that? Remember that one episode though, Dawn? I explained it with the thing about the casino. People hit, and then you being greedy, so you keep playing. You end up losing every fucking thing.
Yeah.
Be for what you get, and stop being fucking greedy, thinking like, oh, well, what if I could get a little bit more? And then you fucked up. You ain't got shit.
And that's dating today, y'all. That's what the fuck dating looks like today. I'm gonna keep motherfucking pulling that handle until you fucking broke.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Yo, y'all need to pay attention to this goddamn show. This shit is real, y'all. Pay attention to this shit.
We're dropping gems.
Dropping gems.
We're writing books.
I love y'all. I'm vulnerable.
Absolutely.
Yo, I appreciate y'all both.
When we post this on the actual YouTube, cut me out crying. Cut that out. Cut it out.
We'll not.
Cut it. Cut it.
Nope.
It didn't happen.
I was almost in tears. Y'all better put that shit in.
What?
And I'm an empath, so I'm over here holding back my shit. Even Dawn, I'm like, oh my fucking God, yo, these motherfuckers gonna have me balling out here.
Yo, y'all almost had me in tears tonight, yo. Last week y'all had me embarrassed. This week y'all almost had me in tears. I can only imagine what next week gonna bring.
Man, I'm tired. I am exhausted.
Yo.
Mentally.
I hope
emotionally.
everybody who tuned in tonight enjoyed the show. We may not have seemed in moments that we didn't enjoy it, but we willing to get naked because that helps fix us. And if we fix us, we might fix you.
No, we're gonna have to get you a new term.
What, get
Keep
naked?
calling us naked.
No, get naked. So get naked. You expose yourself. You know what I'm saying? You get naked. Like we get butt ass naked for y'all sometimes. It's not sexual.
Exactly.
I know I
Like,
normally
everything
am.
that is just it's just some way it's just towards just sexual. It's
Normally I am,
naked.
but get naked. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all
Sometimes
was
we
being
gotta get
raw.
naked for people.
Y'all was being raw. Y'all was being vulnerable. Y'all was letting people get very intimate, you know, into
Yes, there you go.
so y'all know me. I don't care.
Yo, we had a blast tonight, y'all. I mean, it may not have been funny all the time, but it was real. It was definitely
Always
real.
gonna be real.
Yeah. Share this with your peoples. I promise you, somebody is going through all of the things that we talked about tonight, and we talked about a lot. So share this with your peoples. You know what I'm saying? Don't have us doing this for nothing. You know what I'm saying? We're doing this to help everybody. So share it. My wife upstairs crying and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on
Go hug
now.
her, Don. Go hold her.
No,
Go hold her.
I'm about to hold her. You know what I'm saying? You know, cry with her. You know.
Yeah.
But we will see y'all next Wednesday, folks.
You will.
It is all love. It is us, and it's all of us. So we ain't hiding shit from y'all. We being real. So
Yeah.
look, follow on Instagram. There's 2 links right now that we have that you can share stories, questions anonymously. We won't share your name. We're just gonna say put your stuff out there so we can talk about it and the people can talk about it with us. So follow us on IG. It's still the same things. Love, Sex, and Society. Or drop a comment underneath the show, and we'll do the same thing. Like we'll answer your questions, and you can get naked with us. We got naked with y'all. So you know what I'm saying? Don't send naked pictures though. We ain't asked for that. Just expose yourself. That's what we're talking about. Exposing yourself, not
verbally.
Verbally expose yourself.
Verbally.
And we'll verbally expose ourselves to you. Just verbally though. Yeah. See, Angie, I got you. I'm with you, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm with you. Anyway, next week we'll see y'all. All y'all.
Love y'all.
Later, folks.